Katerina, and thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are going to add our next speaker to the screen, Seema Giri. Welcome, Seema.
Hi, Haley. Hi, everyone. So happy to be here today.
Happy to be here with you today, and I cannot wait to hear your topic and where you're going to go. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the stage.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Well, I am just amazed at the lineup of speakers that we had today, and everyone said something that was related to what I was going to share with you today. My name is Seema Giri. I'm a best-selling author, speaker, and a book writing mentor and publisher. And like Haley, I help you to increase your visibility, impact, and influence, and growing your business. Starting from the first speaker who was talking about setting boundaries, and then Carolyn who's talking about values, owning knowing your worth. When the speakers that was talking about finances, these are all such important aspects that I feel as women we don't take that so seriously on ourselves. We share that with others. We give those important messages to everyone else, but when it comes to us, and I know I won't be able to see you if you raise your hand, but raise your hand or acknowledge that. How many times have you put yourself last uh, and really been harder on yourself than on a girlfriend or anyone else in in helping you with the similar ideas? I know I have. I always felt that everyone else had more value, they had more worth than me. And when it came to me, it was like, oh, it's just little old me. It's just me. And of course, that has changed over the years. But I feel when we are running our business, we feel the same way. We started the business because of possibly a passion we have or some major life traumas and life challenges that we have overcome, like I have, that we really want to help other people change their life for the better and help them get out of the pain and potentially save them 15 to 20 years of hardship in their life. And that's how I got started in running my own business. I used to have a project management consulting and training business with my husband, helping him fulfill his dream, where we really guided people on how to really monetize on their projects and how to follow the best practices, and served over 100,000 people on the project management certifications and learning how to do implementation and execution, as well as helping Fortune 500 companies do the same, set up the same framework within their company. And I feel that those same processes can be used in running our own business. So then after I had my recovery healing journey of being bedridden with 3 types of autoimmune issues, I had that need, not just a desire, but the need to share this with other women, that how self-care is so important, and managing your health and prioritizing yourself is so critical, because the main reasons for autoimmune is lifestyle, and it's not putting yourself first. As And I used to think this is only used to be for the Indian women in the Indian community. But because I've traveled the globe and lived in 3 different countries, I realize this is what every woman in every country goes through. And we bring that on into our businesses. So today I want to talk to you about how I used to be a really, really shy person. And I was really afraid to put myself out there. And in one of the interviews that was being done on me, they asked a question, and I wanted to share that with you, helping you step into your power and helping you become more visible so you can make that impact and earn the income that you want and build your influence in your business and really own your value, own your worth. So, one of the questions was, what are the 3 character traits that I felt was really instrumental when I was publishing my books, writing my story, getting my message out there, and becoming more visible. So number one was courage. Courage. It's so scary to put your heart out there, and it's so scary having everyone really get to know you a little bit better. I know the fear of judgment had come up for me. What will people think? What will people say? And I realized, whether you do something or you don't do something, people are going to judge you either way, right? So you might as well take those steps in doing the things that you really want to do, and own that. There are moments of vulnerability that you just don't know how others will take, right? And but it's about how I realized how others take those moments of vulnerability is based on how you view that vulnerability piece of it. If you own it, if you are proud of it, and you come across authentic, then people will take it based on how you want people to take it. Kim was talking about energy. It is all about the energy that we're putting out there in what we're sharing. If we have the energy of hesitant and fear, that's the energy that everyone else is going to pick up. You must have heard the saying before that, people know before you enter the room, people know that, you're coming. And it's because of that energy transformation that gets there before you do. So really step into your power of what you have gone through and what you are sharing. The next is purpose and perseverance. Remembering your why, remembering why you are doing the business that you are doing. What has helped, what is it that you want to, impact, and how you want to impact. When I had launched my first book, the Break Free series, the Break Free to Stand in Your Power, I thought everything was going as planned, but then the pandemic hit. This was in 2020. We were almost done with the writing and the production of the book, and then the pandemic hit. And I was really perplexed on what to do. Who launches a book in the middle of a global health crisis, right? Do you continue doing what you're doing? But I realized that the stories that I was sharing, it was an anthology where there's multiple authors. They were all sharing the biggest challenges that they had overcome in their life. And this was a time that everyone needed to hear even more about it. So after a lot of soul searching and putting that right energy behind the book and behind my authors, we launched the book. We remembered that the whole idea, what the purpose was of the book, was to inspire others, sharing the messages of empowerment, wisdom, and encouragement. And this really gleaned from real life stories of everyday heroes who have gone on transformational journeys. Now, I call everyday heroes of people like you and me, your neighbors, your girlfriends who've gone through a major life challenge that, we all keep to ourselves. So releasing this book during the pandemic was the ultimate act of support, and that I and my co-authors could give to the world. So it really was a gift. And because my business is built on a foundation of purpose that I truly believed in, I was able to push through amidst these challenges. I had so many doubts. Am I going to be able to make it? Is it going to really make a difference? But I never lost sight of my purpose. And I was able to launch that book successfully. But during the pandemic alone, I launched 5 books and nearly helped 100 entrepreneur women, and some heart-centered men to share their message, get it out into the world, and grow their business. The third trait that was really instrumental for me was adaptability and vulnerability. And I share this in my Art of Leadership book, where it becomes what it now has really become an inherent part of my life. Adaptability simply means being agile, being able to think on your feet and be flexible. This reminds me of being like water, being able to flow through any situation that comes your way, any consequences, or any life changing event like the pandemic has happened, being able to flow through that and navigate it. When we let go of the resistance and of what we are expected to be like, things become much easier. You can become adaptable and really be able to change your business. Some of you probably may have had to really pivot during the pandemic, but the pivoting can occur at any time. Sometimes we start our business thinking it's going to be one area, but you're really called for to do something else, and it's an involvement. When I started my business, coaching business, I started with wellness coaching because I wanted to share with women self-care is so important. It's the priority that you have to put first so you can do all the things that you want. And that self-care is selfless, it's not being selfish. To evolving and helping women now share their message out into the world so people can build that know, like, trust factor, and you can build the impact and income that you want. Second is being vulnerable. It means allowing people to see who you really are, allowing people to see the human side of you. And I think Haley does this so nicely, that we really know who she is and what her heart is. And I think everyone in this WEN community is the same way. Like attracts like. So it's giving yourself that grace when you have those human moments as well. I like this quote by Brene Brown. She says that vulnerability is the courage to take a risk and put yourself out there, especially when you can't control the outcome. Humility accompanies it, and it's the strength. So remember that your human side and being vulnerable is your strength. And sharing your message in a book, I feel, is the greatest way to really build your influence, position yourself as the authority in your field, and create the income that you want. You get to monetize in so many ways that you probably wouldn't even have thought about it. The number one thing people think that they're going to have a separate stream of income, which you will, and that you sell the only way to make money is to sell the maximum amount of books. That is one strategy. But the main thing that a book does is really positions you as the go-to authority, the only logical choice in what you do. As Katerina was saying, people want to get to know you. They want to understand who you are. You have to have that know, like, trust factor. And a book can touch those people's lives that you may not even be able to get to. Or you have these different stages of people who, some are instant yes, and some need to get to know you better, understand your voice, understand your heart, and understand how you work. Many of you may feel that I'm not a writer, I can't be an author. So I want to share with you that you don't have to be a writer to be an author. You don't even have to be a great writer to be an author, because it goes through an editing process. So next week, I'm having a workshop on write, publish, monetize with your book. And I would love to have you come and attend that. It's absolutely free. And to see that what you already have all, what I'll cover is that you already have all the materials that you may need, so you won't even have to write from scratch. You'll learn how to design your book that everybody would want to read, and how to deliver it to your ideal audience, so that when people come, they're an instant yes. They know exactly what you do and what they want to work on with you, with your business. So I hope these 3 characteristic traits that I felt were helpful to me are helpful to you, and that you allow yourself to play big, be more visible, and shine your brilliance so your tribe can find you.
Awesome. Can you share the link?
Yes. You can go to uplift.media. That's www.uplift.media. And you can look under events and you'll have the information there.
Putting that in the chat. So thank you so much for sharing this. I think that, I think a lot of times people think that being an author is so much harder than it actually is. And when you pair up and you partner with an amazing editor and publishing group, it really becomes easy by comparison.
It is. And yeah, it's about accountability and being in the right group, right? And time is of the essence that I think we don't really get back. So I found it so much easier, Haley, like I'm sure you do too, that when you have the mentor and a group with like-minded people with a similar mission and values, you can get there much faster and easier.
Yeah. Susan Gutierrez asks, do you always need an editor?
Yes. Unless you're really great
so.
yourself, even if you are, it's good to have another set of eyes look at your work. Because
Absolutely.
There's so many things. I mean, there's so many blind spots, right? Even when that's why we get coaching, because we have our own blind spots that we don't see. So it's always good to, don't write a book without an editor.
Yeah. I really think that, to me, an editor is kind of a necessary part of the process. And, they may be adding content or editing content, you get to decide what that exact relationship is, but it's a vitally important part of the process to putting out a high quality publication.
Exactly. If you're going to take the time and effort to write a book, you need to go the full 9 yards of having the whole back end team be there for you so you can produce a good quality work. Because when people read, and if that's the first introduction to you, that's first impression.
Absolutely. That is absolutely it. And if that's a key part of your funnel, which for many of us it is, it's the first impression that people have of you. So make it a good one.
Exactly. Yeah. And things online might change and might not be seen, but book it's on the shelf for a really long time. And it's, Haley, you're also leaving your legacy, right? When you're writing a book, it's not just a funnel to grow your business. You're putting your best ideas out there. You're going to be sharing it with people who can take immediate actions to get some, increased to help their lives become better. And then it's a legacy that you have for, through your business, for your business and your family. So you want to put the best version of yourself out there. Don't play small. It's not that much more expensive also.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely not. I love it so much. Thank you for being a speaker today. And this has been such a wonderful message. And y'all check out all of the amazing workshops from all the amazing speakers. Thank you, Seema, for being here today. Y'all, let's give her a huge round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley. Thank you, everyone.
For being here.
I appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Y'all have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Many blessings. See you later. Thank you.